attention or in the terms of what you just said, which I like, milestones that they were supposed to get.
Right.
Huh.
Yep. I missed a lot of those because I was sheltered. Like I said, I was in Islam. I was raised Islamically, and my father, I love him to this day. Um, a lot of things happen. Like he like I said, I'm 31. My dad, it's six of us, and he has an open door policy. Like he at his house, we are welcome to go anytime. If we fall short or anything, need somewhere to go, and that's how I'm gonna be as a parent. When
That's
my
right.
children hit 18, it's not, oh, you gotta go. And I wish that as black people, in especially black people, I wish we
Right.
would embrace that more. Like you'll see, like Hispanics, everybody in the house, abuelita, they great grandma, they uncles, they aunties, they cousins, everybody there. They're all working together to support each other. It helps them out
Right.
financially. They have a village. They have others to lean on. So when my children turn 18, I'm not. No, ain't no. Oh, y'all gotta go now. You grown. You better have to worry about bills and taxes and this world. And no, I'm not doing that. And I'm happy that my dad didn't do that to me. Like by the time I was ready to go, I was ready. I had me some savings and stuff like that. So I feel like we definitely should embrace that as a
Yeah.
people for sure.
Yeah. And it's illegal to do that. I'm gonna end this here, and I'm gonna go to the gentleman that's waiting. Right. I'm gonna get ready to
Mhm.
wrap this up. It's illegal to do that anyway.
What? Oh, to kick them out?
Yeah,
Oh, I
like I
didn't even
said,
know
a
that.
lot of shit that our parents do, particularly, especially mothers, right? Because mothers
Yeah,
is the
it be the
main ones
mamas.
doing. They're famous
They
for that.
do. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna hold you.
that
Yep.
shit is a literal crime. Like it's like I said, the government don't enforce shit it's supposed to enforce, but like you can't. Your children are not the responsibility of the general public.
Oh, go tell my mama that
Yeah, you gonna have to be. You have to fight her. Same with my. Like I said,
yes,
you have to fight her. They don't want it,
yes,
but it's like they're rejecting something. They know it's wrong. You're not even. They're not even mad at us. They mad at the fact that they still have yet to develop the courage to stop doing something that they know they shouldn't be doing on that level. Like
exactly.
I would
Yep.
never kick my kids out. I could never look my kids. And listen to me. If I had a tent, that's what the fuck we got.
hmm
That's what the fuck it is.
That's what it is. It ain't a
That's what the
mansion, but
fuck
it's
it is.
ours.
Like I said, if we got to shift, if I had a one bedroom and I had to share with my three kids, I swear to God, if I had to get the fuck out and sleep in the car for the night so they could have a party,
You
that's
hear
what the
me?
fuck I would do. So
Yep.
if I just sleep in the car every night, if I just sleep on the floor so they could sleep in the bed, that's what the fuck I would do. That's what the fuck it'd be. So it ain't no excuse for that. And that's what made me feel like that. Anybody that ever kicked me out in my life or told me I couldn't stay in their house when I was a kid, and I know for a fact I wasn't bad as hell. I
You
knew I wasn't
right.
bad as hell. I didn't get
Me
bad as hell.
neither.
I didn't get bad as hell till I got outside. So let's start right there. I wasn't bad as hell till I got outside. Let's
You
be
was
clear.
you was forced into it though. At that point.
Yeah. So it's not like a motherfucker was like, get the fuck out, nigga, you wildin'. Like, I wasn't calling hoes over. I wasn't doing shit that motherfuckers was doing that I probably still to this day don't even realize was going on. That's how much shit was going on around me. I probably go to my grave and not even realize half the shit that was going on around me. And I'm okay with that because long as it didn't affect me, it ain't my business. But I
Yep.
said that, yeah, but I say that to say, oh, hell no. Like, looking one of mine's in the eyes and telling them to get the fuck out. I don't see myself
Never.
never being able to do that. Like my kids could live with me at any point in time all my life for the rest of my life. The only like I said, I would be willing to do it, but the only thing is like we have to trade. If my kids they get to an age where they grown and they dating, we have to trade. Like if I got to leave for a week and you have a
Yeah.
house for a week, you got it for a week. If I got to leave for a weekend and you got it for the weekend, you got it for the weekend. But mine ain't getting the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine
We
ain't
have
getting
to
the
work
fuck out.
something
Mine
out,
ain't
some
getting the
kind of
fuck out.
system.
Yeah, mine ain't getting the fuck out. Mine ain't getting the fuck out. Mine ain't getting the fuck out. That shit ain't happen. Mine ain't getting the fuck out. So
I feel you.
if I had a tent, we sharing that tent. Like mine ain't getting the fuck out. And shit, that's what it is. Like I'm not sending my kids into the world poor or unprepared or you know what I'm saying? And then like I said, and mothers do that shit on purpose. Like I said, you getting your father could be sending you money, he could be sending you child support, and now all of a sudden she want money for a bill. Now all of a sudden you 16 years
Yep.
old paying bills, so you never got to stack that money. Now you 18, you getting ready to go to college, and now she ridiculing you about why you ain't got no money for college and you ain't do what you was supposed to do. You did do what you was supposed to do. You went to school, you stayed focused, and you graduated. And you didn't have to have a fucking job because you wasn't in the dark. Your father was sending you money, but you was unable to keep your money because your mother gave you expenses that in reality you should have never fucking had.
Yep.
Right. Stripped you, did you dirty, and then sent you out there naked. And then now you out there naked, and God forbid you not no weak ass bitch. God forbid you not no lay down ass bitch. So now hoping that you gonna start getting money, you not gonna die. Survival of the fittest. So now you stripping or you selling pussy, which I respect that. I support that. That ain't violent. That ain't violent. That ain't worse than somebody selling a fucking addictive narcotic that's gonna destroy a family unit. That ain't worse than somebody selling crack cocaine, and your mother and your father being altered for the rest of your life. You would never really have a real mother or a father because they a crackhead, and whatever comes with them doing that. Not saying they're a bad person, but obviously they're not 100% normal, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going back home from the strip club no longer normal unless you got drugged or something. But the point is, if you just go throw some money and go home, or you get some pussy and go home, that's non-violent. I approve of that. But I say to say this, now you out there, you get money. Now this same person that tried to break you the whole time, now here they come. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's evil. Like, nah, that's evil. Like I said, that's evil. And no, I would never kick my kids out, and I would never send them nowhere prepared. Am I like I'm not gonna let my kids be no jumpers. Like I'm gonna teach them to be fair, right? Obviously, they're not gonna never fight outside my observation because that's how I'm gonna make sure it's fair. And I don't want them fighting outside in no ring for damn sure. That's how we gonna make sure it's fair. But like, I would not send my son in a room or my daughters in a room with somebody that I know is highly trained and I know that they not most likely able to win that at that moment.
The odds is not in their favor. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure you know everything the fuck you supposed to know before you go into the world. But for some reason, we have a demographic of people in this country that intentionally do the opposite. They make sure that you don't know shit you supposed to know, and that you know as least as possible before you go into the world.
The system is set up that way. Yep.
The system is set up that way to a certain extent. Our system is set up that way.
Yeah, ours. Yep.
Ours is, but even worse is the parents is set up worse than that.
Yep.
Yes.
You got parents with men being put before me, and
yeah, you got parents that will raise you worse than the police should probably raise you.
For sure. Yep. And they say, "Oh, I didn't raise you like that. I didn't raise you." Yeah, you did.
Yeah, or gaslight you and act like they don't know what you talking about and they don't remember nothing and they never remember nothing.
Look, I didn't teach you this. I didn't teach you. You're right. You taught me. You showed me what I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, facts. Listen, my aunt made a joke one time. The last time I seen my aunt, right? And I ain't threatening her. I'm just gonna bring this up. The last time I seen my aunt was in 2020 before I went to Texas. And I was I think I was showing her my land in Costa Rica, and she said something that always sat wrong with me. She said this to my daughter. She was like I said, she ain't say it menacingly, she said it jokingly, but I don't feel like this shit was a joke. And this always sat wrong with my spirit, and I'm bringing it up now again. This ain't my first time bringing it up. I just brought this shit up again when I was in time. I mean, I keep bringing it up because this shit sit wrong with me.
Yes,
but listen to me. She was like, you think you so pretty. You think you so cute. I'm going to take you on a walk, and I'm going to leave you.
To your daughter?
Yeah, she said that to my daughter, but I was like, what? Like,
yeah.
And then obviously motherfuckers saying they just playing, but I'm like, don't play with my, don't play with me like that.
Yeah, that's not even a joke.
Because I want to get up and punch you. I want to get up and punch all your teeth out your mouth for saying that. Like, you would take my daughter on a walk and leave her. Like, why the fuck is you playing with my kid like that? And why the fuck would you play with her like that in front of me? Like I would just go for that. Yeah, imagine that. Like, imagine me telling your kid right now, oh, you think you handsome, huh, young man? You get all the girls, huh? Well, we gonna go on a boat ride. I'm gonna push you off the boat.
Yeah, that's sick. Even if you trying to dress it up as a joke.
Yeah. Like, that was hard for me to freestyle and think of that shit to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, What? Like I would expect you to be like, what, motherfucker? So
Whoa.
yeah,
I would
nah.
watch
Like I
her
said, people get
around.
grimy,
Well,
man.
you
People
said
get grimy.
2020, but I wouldn't even.
Yeah, I was
That's
like
good.
2020, but like I said, like I said, so like I would never trust certain people around my kids because I know how motherfuckers get, and no, I just wouldn't risk it.
Is that kind of who you like? Who raised you?
Well, to for a portion of my life, yeah. But I learned, like I said, for a portion of my life,
Yeah.
yeah. And as much as I dislike that person, I learned a lot of things from him. So from living there. So you know, but
Yeah.
hell to the no, hell to the no. But I said that is, I appreciate you tapping in. I'm gonna go to the next person
Yes.
that's waiting, and much love to you. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Everybody have a good night. All the haters. Mwah.
Okay, now peace. Okay, now Prentice Springs, you're up. Name and where you tapping in from. You got to come off mute. Prentice Springs. Okay, well, all right, you coming off. Coming off. All right, next. Let me just go down my list. So,
Yo,
name and where you tapping in from.
my name Julian. I'm from South Carolina, where I was born in Illinois. Moved to South Carolina.
Okay, now shout out to South Carolina and Illinois. All right, well, I'm gonna just let you go ahead and ask me anything, or go ahead. What's on your mind?
All right. Well, I just been listening this whole time, really. Oh shit. Hold on.
Yes, sir. You all right?
All right. I just been listening this whole time. Now, I really want to talk about like breath techniques and how to really meditate properly. That's what I really want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Beautiful question. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, beautiful question, inquiry. As far as breathing techniques go, I got a lot of them, and I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
And it's gonna really what it comes down to is, and I ain't gonna give up too much of my my formula, but what it comes down to is expanding the internal aspect of the tissues in the muscular system, and actually strengthening the diaphragm so that way you can breathe deeper and stronger. Like I got a technique that allows you to basically breathe from the inside out, so that way your arms and your legs is not this strong, but like your respiratory system and your nervous system and your spine and the rest of your system is actually strong. So you breathing with your whole oneself, with your whole body. But then I got a mask that makes it harder for you to breathe because it thins the oxygen when you breathe it. So it's supposed to simulate like being at a high altitude. So now that makes your diaphragm stronger while you breathe. So now you're taking a deeper breath and a stronger breath, which means you're generating that more power. And it simulates like when monks go train in the mountains or train in high altitudes, because it alters the state of gravity, and it strengthens their breath and ability to breathe. So that's what I would tell you to do, is to stretch and do certain stretches that open up your back muscles and your spine and your hip, in order to be able to access those levels of technique,
For sure.
Because even if you know how to do it, you still not gonna be able to do it if you can't do it when it comes to breathing.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when it comes to the say I'm meditating, I'm trying to clear my mind. I guess you can say. It's like when I meditate, I get to a certain point where it's like my mind won't let me keep going. You know what I'm saying? Or break through, if that makes sense.
Right.
Is there something I'm missing when it comes to that?
Okay, so you get to a certain point where your mind does not complete your thought process. Is that proper to say or no?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Right. Now, before I fully answer that, let me ask you, what are you focusing on? What are you meditating on? What is the goal?
Really, if you want me to be honest, I'm really just trying to regulate emotion. All my emotions, that's all I'm really trying to do.
Okay, so whatever point, right, okay, perfect. That's all. That's what I wanted to know. Was it a something you was trying to manifest? Well, okay, cool. So it's still internal. So your mind is still directed on your own self. You're not really projecting your thought. You're internal. You're injecting your thought. Right. And whatever point that you break and focus at is is potentially a growth point or an error. You got to only you gonna know that because only you know your life and how you feel. But
Yeah.
without being too detailed or asking you to put too many details on, just answering that. Whatever point you breaking, whatever point you're breaking focus at, next time, how do I say this? I'm not gonna say write it down, right? But you may have to write down what is on your mind at that point in time, and what do you feel? What do you whether it be a color or anything, what is associated with the emotion that you feel, and how do I'm gonna use the word triangulate, right? Or cross reference that with not just what you did that day, but what you do on the day to day that you intended to change, that you never changed, and actually change that. And then I believe that will help you get past that space in your mind, because it's just, I don't want to say it's an error, but it's like, think of it like an energetic pothole, right? Like your thought process is just, or your emotional process is not complete because your behavioral process is not complete. Think of like having a chore or having something to do that you just never got around to. Even though it's not violent, even though it's not bothering nobody, even though we might feel like who cares, that's on a minor scale. But on a major scale, that shit is subconsciously throwing off all of your energy because you got something on the back of your mind that you never got off your mind because you never did it.
Right. Not for real. Facts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so wait, hold on 1 second.
I'm 22. Not go. I'm 22. But yeah,
yeah, so I said to say, whatever going on in your personal life that you can change, that you haven't changed it. And whatever going on in your personal life that you need to change, but you don't have the power to change, allow time and opportunity to change it. But most likely that is what's calling the error. Right. So like I said, it might not be major. It might not even be something that you got the power to change. But the point is, whatever that error is, that's incomplete in the thought. Think of that just like a wall or a wave caused by massive amounts of energetic stress that you don't really realize you experiencing. Kind of like when you go to sleep with the TV on, it's like you still watching it. You're still listening to that shit. You just don't realize you listening to that shit because you sleep. But whatever the fuck is on, whether it's a scary ass movie or a damn rap video, whatever the fuck is on, it's still programming your mind. You just don't realize it because you're not woke. Right. So think of the same. Think of that. Like I said, whatever the fuck went on in your personal life that you may have or have yet to interact with, most likely that's what the fuck it is. And it might not be nothing serious. It may be something serious. It might not be nothing major, or it might be something that's minor and doesn't seem major but is. But the point is, you got to do that level of reflection. You got to do that level of a deep reflection to get past that part. But and then also you got to stretch, because you could be reaching a glitch. It might not even be an energy issue like that. It may just be a muscular system issue. Like you may just have a stretch point that is your ceiling right now until you reach a further breath. So your level of meditation or your level of focus may only go so far, because you can only sit in a position or sit in a pose for so long, right? Like that's
no.
Yeah, like I don't know if people understand, but that's important. Like if I'm more flexible than you and I can sit in the pose longer than you, that's damn near the equivalent of me being a Navy SEAL and you not never even knowing how to swim, let alone me being able to hold my fucking breath for 2 minutes and you don't even know how to tread water.
Right. Now I got another question that stems from this. Like when it come, like I don't know if a lot of people deal with this, but I know I deal with this, and it's like it's apathy, and like how I maneuver through life. I really struggle with like my own confidence and really just believing in myself and not really putting or carrying the water to the fire, if that makes sense. How do you like? What do you say? Well, I mean, what do you like? What's the question? What can I say? how can you really deal with apathy? That's just the question right there. How do you deal
Okay.
with apathy?
Now, do me a favor because I know you're saying apathy, not empathy, and I want to make sure I'm getting it correctly. I was just finna say define apathy. Okay, feeling indifferent or lacking emotion, often a sign of depression or misuse of alcohol or drugs. Right. Okay, perfect. So we right on point.
Right.
What I would say is this: you have to, as long as you are experiencing emotion when you should, is actually not bad. Like being sad is not being sad is not wrong. Being sad for
Right.
something that you should not be sad for is wrong, right? Being angry is not wrong. Being angry for something you should not be angry for is wrong. Being happy is not always right. For example, being happy for something that's wrong is not right. So, with that being said, if you're experiencing what you understand to be apathy, it may be, it may be it may not saying like justify, but like it may like let's just make sure we're not confusing, natural human compassion or
Yeah.
understanding or sympathy with apathy. But now assuming that you're